Chapter 4 Part 1 of Deadly Love. Olivia, his mother, walked into the room with a chilling smile on her face. "Carlix," she greeted him, her eyes briefly flickering toward me. "Is everything under control?" Her voice was smooth, like honey, but there was something predatory in the way she looked at me, as if she were trying to assess my every move. Carlix didn't answer right away, his gaze never leaving me. His silence made the tension in the room unbearable. Olivia took a seat in the chair across from me, her gaze fixed on me with unnerving intensity. I couldn't shake the feeling that she was sizing me up, calculating every aspect of my existence in her cold, calculating mind. "You've been quiet, Eva," Olivia said, her voice almost too sweet. "Are you having trouble adjusting? I would think someone in your position would learn quickly." Her eyes flicked to Carlix before returning to me. "But I suppose you're not as strong as we thought, are you?" I wanted to scream at her. I wanted to shout about everything I had endured, but instead, I kept my mouth shut. The weight of their expectations was crushing me. I had no voice, no power, no way out. But Carlix's gaze softened as he stepped closer to me, his voice a whisper only for me to hear. "You're mine, Eva. Never forget that. No one can take you from me, not even her." As Carlix and Olivia spoke, I couldn't help but let my mind wander back, to a time before all this madness began. Carlix had never been the same person I saw now. He had been vulnerable once, a victim of his own family's twisted games. Carlix's father, Alexander, had always been a cold, calculating man. His business empire was built on lies and manipulation, and Carlix had always been his prized possession, his successor. The harsh ring of the phone echoed through the walls, vibrating against my chest like an ominous premonition. Carlix's face twisted as he picked up the call, the color draining from his face as he listened to the voice on the other end. I held my breath, watching him, knowing something had changed, something significant. "No, that's not possible." Carlix shouted into the phone, his voice trembling with disbelief. "You're saying she's not the one? Eva is not the girl? Are you sure?" His eyes flickered to the side, a mix of confusion and anger flashing across his features. He slammed the phone down, pacing the room furiously, his hand gripping his hair as if he could force the truth to make sense. I stayed silent, not daring to speak. My body still trembled from the horror of the past few days, the constant tension in Carlix's home that had kept me awake for nights on end. My mind was hazy, confused by everything that had happened, but I felt something shift in me as Carlix stormed out of the room, his footsteps hurried and reckless. "Eva," he yelled, his voice carrying from down the hall. "Where are you? Answer me." But I remained hidden, keeping my breath shallow, not daring to make a sound. I had to escape, now. I couldn't let him find me again, couldn't let him trap me in his world of obsession and torment any longer. My heart raced, fear clawing at my insides as I began to silently inch toward the back door, hoping to slip out unnoticed. Meanwhile, somewhere miles away, my friends, Luca, Jake, and Mia, were huddled together in a cramped room, their faces grim. They had been searching for me ever since I missed school over 2 months ago. They knew something was wrong, something wasn't right with my family, and it was too strange that Carlix's parents acted as if they didn't know where I was. The fear had only grown when Olivia began murmuring about Carlix's intense fixation on me. They couldn't just sit by anymore. They had to act. Luca's face was tight with worry as he studied the photographs they had taken of Carlix's estate. "Something's off. I know Carlix and his family are strange, but this is," his voice faltered. "This is beyond anything we thought. We need to get her out of there," Mia added, her eyes dark with determination. "Carlix has been holding her hostage, and if we don't act fast, he might never let her go." Jake, who had been unusually quiet until now, slammed his hand on the table, his frustration spilling over. "I know where she is. The gates are always locked, but today they're open. Let's go now. We can't wait anymore." They didn't hesitate. They knew they had to act swiftly before Carlix returned. The 3 of them made their way to the estate, slipping through the gate when they saw it ajar, creeping into the massive property. Every corner of the house felt suffocating, like the air was thick with the weight of secrets. They moved through the halls, their hearts pounding as they finally reached the room where Eva was being kept.